Hello, welcome to this 20-minute flow. When you're ready, come find your mat. And we're going to start lying on our back today. So bringing your back to the mat, the soles of your feet to the floor, and the knees up to the sky. We're going to start by simply grounding ourselves into where we are. So you can lift up your toes, lower them down. We want to draw the lower back into the mat and feel the spine supported by the floor beneath you. We're going to begin to create space in the mind and connect to the breath. Inviting the belly to expand as we inhale and the body to soften as we exhale. Then with our breath, we're going to start to tilt the hips. So with the inhale, we're drawing the lower back off the mat, arching the spine. Exhale, we draw the hips closer to the bottom ribs, tucking the ribs in and down. Inhale, we lift, arching the spine. And exhale, we tuck. So just creating these micro movements within the body. Inhale to create space and exhale to ground into the mat. Moving with the breath. When it comes to your next exhale, we're going to exaggerate the movement and lift the hips to the sky, engaging the glutes. Exhale to lower the hips to the floor, and we're creating that space in between the spine and the mat. Exhale to lift the hips. Inhale to lower. Curving the spine, exhale to lift. This time we're going to start pulsing. Engaging the glutes, just slightly lifting the hips higher and lower as you go. Keeping a nice steady breath as you move. And lowering the hips all the way to the ground. Drawing the knees into the chest and just taking a rock on the spine left to right. Letting go of the knees, taking a hold of the backs of the legs. We're going to take a rock up to a seat, taking 3 rocks along the spine. And seeing if as you rock up, we're coming into our Navasana, our boat pose. Can you hold it at the top before you rock back? Inhale to come up, then we're staying in our Navasana, extending the arms. Options here to have the legs at 90 degrees or extend them to straight. Inhale to draw the knees into the chest. Exhale, we lower the back. Option to extend the arms behind the head. Inhale, we lift, knees to chest. Exhale to lower and extend. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower, extend. Continuing this movement, and if you need a bit more support, you can bring your hands to the floor behind you and just move the legs in and out. One more round. Then we're staying in our boat pose, taking a rock up and down the spine, crossing over the knees, coming to all fours, tabletop. Then when you're ready, we're tucking the toes, lifting the hips, meeting in a downward facing dog. Taking 3 rounds of deep breath here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth, rooting down through the hands and the feet. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, walking all the way to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift to a flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rolling all the way up to standing. Hands come to the sky. Hands come to heart center. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, we step back to a plank. Shifting forwards onto the toes. Exhale to draw the heels back. Twice more. Inhale to come forwards. Exhale to come back. Option here to drop the knees. We're coming into 5 rounds of push-ups. So inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Exhale to push the ground away. Inhale. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. We're meeting in a downward facing dog. Rising onto the balls of the feet, we're going to walk all the way to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rolling all the way up to standing. Hands rise, we lift. Exhale, hands to heart, forward fold. Hands to the floor, inhale, flat back. Exhale, stepping to plank. This time we're going to dip our hips to the left, to center, to the right. So we're building up the strength in the obliques. Inhale to center, to the right, center, to the left, center, and then chaturanga. Always option for knees, chest, chin if you don't feel like chaturanga is for you today. Meeting in a downward facing dog. Finding your way to the top of the mat, maybe stepping, maybe taking a jump, a hop, and coming into our forward fold. Inhale all the way up to standing, hands come up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. We forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, plank. Either knees, chest, chin. Optional chaturanga or meeting in a downward facing dog. Then we're dropping down the knees, interlacing the hands and taking some circles with the wrists, one way and then the other, just stretching out the wrists. Letting go of the wrists, we're lifting up the hips, untucking the toes and lowering the sit bones down to the heels. Taking an inhale here, exhale to relax the shoulders. Inhale to reach the hands to the sky. As we exhale, we're lifting the hips come forwards, hands to the side. Exhale to lower the hips. Inhale to push forwards, engaging the glutes, the ribs come into the spine. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift, so we're working the glutes here. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Then meeting in a downward facing dog. Next inhale, the right leg reaches up to the sky. We're bending the knee to open the hip. Then the right knee comes to the right elbow, drops down to the right wrist, over to the left wrist, the left elbow, right wrist, right elbow, and downward facing dog. Onto the other side. Inhale, the left leg rises, bending the knee to open the hip. Inhale to extend, the left knee comes to the left elbow, tucking up into the armpit, then lowering it down to the left wrist, right elbow, left wrist, right elbow, and downward facing dog. Then we're lowering down the forearms, coming into either our pincha play if it's in your practice or your strength. If it's simply strength, we're walking the toes slightly towards the body. Inhale to raise onto the balls of the feet, maybe the tippy toes. Exhale to lower the heels. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. So we're working here with simply bringing the hips over the shoulders. Then we're dropping down the knees, the heels, meeting in a child's pose. Inhale to lift back up to a downward facing dog, coming through our second round. This time we're strengthening the arms, so we're lowering the forearms so they're just hovering off the floor, then pushing back up into our downward facing dog. So we're lowering and lifting, building the strength in the upper arms. Either continuing with this motion or lowering down the forearms, you can come to the lift and lower of the heels, or you can play with maybe rising one leg, maybe the other. If Pincha is in your practice, finding your line and maybe playing with some leg variations. Whatever stage you're at today, embracing where you are, we all have to work on strength before we can progress. And when you're ready, we're going to lower the knees down, coming into a child's pose to take a rest. When you're ready, lifting the hips, downward facing dog. Finding our way to the top of the mat, walking, stepping, hopping, jumping, finding your forward fold. This time we're moving into a chair, so sweeping your hands down behind you, bending the hips down. Inhale to lift the hands, interlacing the hands, sinking the hips. Inhale to lift, exhale to lower. We're going to pulse. So with each inhale, we're lifting up and out. Exhale, we sink the hips. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower, building strength in the body. Then we're folding the chair. The hands come forward. The chest comes to the thighs. Holding here, keeping the breath steady. And when you're ready, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Plank, either knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra. Downward facing dog is where we meet. Now we're going to shift the gaze here to notice a little bit of difference here. So we're bringing the gaze to the navel, seeing if we can slightly round the spine, noticing a difference in the alignment, the strength of the abs. Then we're walking the feet towards the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we're rising to a chair, lowering the hips. Then we're shifting the weight into the left foot, seeing if we can rise the right knee into the chest, slowly extending the right leg back, lifting up into our high lunge. Tucking the bottom ribs to the spine. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, we're lowering the knee down to the mat, opening the chest. Inhale to slightly straighten the front leg, we lift up and out. Exhale to lower the knee. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale, we lift. We're opening out to warrior two. Arms out to the side, maybe widening the stance, finding your foundations here, sinking deep into the front leg. Then we're straightening the front leg, moving into our Trikonasana, our triangle pose. Left hand down, right hand to the sky. Maybe you lift the left arm. We're going to raise the arms so our torso comes up straight. Then exhale to lower the left hand down. We're working into this abdominal strength. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. Hands come up to the sky. Skandasana, bending the back leg into the back of the mat. Now we're moving from our Skandasana to our warrior two, pushing into the front leg. Inhale to reach the hands up to the sky, bending into the back leg, lowering the hips, Skandasana. Inhale here, exhale to push warrior two. Inhale to lift, Skandasana at the back of the mat. Inhale here, exhale, warrior two. Both hands come to the mat at the top of the front foot. Plank, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale to lift. Exhale, downward facing dog. Taking a breath here. Maybe bringing the gaze to the navel, lifting onto the balls of the feet. Finding the top of the mat, hop, step, or jump. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Round two, sweeping up the arms, moving into our chair. Bringing the weight into the right foot this time. Can you gently raise the left knee into the chest? Slowly extending it behind you. Lowering the foot down, high lunge. Inhale, we lift the arms. And as we exhale, we're taking a bend into the front knee. We're lowering the back, opening the chest. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower, to hover. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale, we lift, opening up to warrior two. Moving the front leg if you need more space, finding your foundations. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Settling the breath. And beginning to straighten the front leg, shifting the left hip back, maybe walking the back foot in one step, bringing the right hand down, the left hand up, Trikonasana. Maybe keeping the right hand lifted. Then when you're ready, we're going to start to lift the chest, warrior two, arms. Exhale, Trikonasana. So we're creating strength in the obliques, the sides of the body. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. Bending into the front leg. Reaching the hands to the sky, bending into the left knee, Skandasana at the back of the mat. Inhale here. And then when you're ready, we're exhaling to warrior two. Hands to the sky, bending into the left leg, Skandasana. Inhale. Exhale to push warrior two. Inhale to lift, Skandasana, to lower the hips. Inhale, then exhale, warrior two. Both hands to the mat at the front of the mat. Plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Drawing the strength back into the arms, we're going to ripple the body forward to a plank. Inhale to lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Rippling the body forwards, and we're moving from the hips slowly, downward facing dog. Inhale to ripple forward, slowly, slowly. Then lifting the hips up and back, downward facing dog. With the next breath, the right knee comes up and back behind you, bending the knee to open the hip. The right knee comes to the right elbow, right wrist, right elbow, right wrist, right elbow, right wrist, right elbow, right wrist. Once more. And then extending up and back, opening the hip. Option to stay here. Or we can come into our wild thing, slowly lowering that right foot to the floor, opening up the chest, the heart space. 3 circles with the top arm if you've come into your wild thing, opening the chest. Right hand comes to the mat, plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Taking a breath here. Then inhale, left leg up to the sky, bending the knee to open the hip. Left knee, left elbow to the wrist, elbow, wrist, elbow, wrist, elbow, wrist, elbow, and up and back. Opening the hip, option to stay here or moving into your wild thing. Gently lifting that left arm off the floor. The left foot comes to the floor behind you, opening the chest, coming into our wild thing. 3 circles with the top arm if you've gone here. Opening the chest space. Then when you're ready, the hand and the foot meet the mat. Downward facing dog. Walking the feet towards the hands at the top of the mat, then widening the feet, dropping down the hips, coming into a malasana. Yogi squat. Bring your hands to heart center, your knees inside the elbows, and taking a gentle sway left to right. Maybe rolling the neck too. Then we're lowering the hips to the ground, meeting in a navasana. Inhale to draw the knees into the chest. Exhale to extend, hovering off the floor, maybe extending the arms. Inhale, we lift, navasana. Exhale to lower, to hover, low boat, extending the arms. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, we lower, extend. Inhale to lift. Then drawing the knees into the chest, rolling down onto the spine and taking a gentle rock left to right. Feeling the massage of your back along the mat. Then extending your legs to the sky. You can take a few circles here with the ankles. You might hear any clicks and pops. Just taking a moment to allow this stillness in the legs. Then we're coming into a figure 4, so bringing the right ankle on top of the left knee, bending the left leg, threading the right hand through the legs and taking hold of the hand with the left hand. You can push the right elbow into the right knee to open up the right hip a little more if you like, and then you can take a sway into the hips. Releasing the hands, we'll extend the legs and come onto the other side. So the left ankle comes on top of the right knee, threading the arms through the legs, bending the right leg. And taking a rock of the hips if that feels nice, maybe pushing the left elbow into the left knee. Slowing down the breath, gently opening up the lower body. Then extending the legs up to the sky. And then placing the feet down on the floor. Lifting the hips into a bridge. Option 1 is to simply lift the hips. Option 2 is to rock the shoulders under the body, interlacing the hands. Just creating a little bit more space in the chest. If you want to come into your full wheel, you can bring your hands to either side of the head, lifting onto the top of the head first, then extending the arms. We want to focus on the chest pulling backwards. Maybe the knees knocking slightly closer together. Pushing the ground away, opening the chest. Then when you're ready, lowering yourself all the way to the mat, the knees come into the chest and taking a gentle sway left to right once again. Releasing the legs, extending them to the sky, moving into our supine twist. So we're drawing the left knee into the chest and then over to the right hand side. Cactusing the left arm and bringing your gaze over the left shoulder. So as we come into our supine twist, we're gently opening out the left hand side of the body. Can you guide your breath into the left hand ribs, into the belly, slowing down the breath and allowing the muscles to simply relax over time. And when you're ready, we're going to switch sides, so shifting the hips back to center, extending the legs, left leg long, right knee into the chest, then drawing it over to the left hand side, Cactusing the right arm, and the gaze comes over the right shoulder. Breathing into the belly and guiding the breath into the right hand ribs. Slowing it down and allowing everything in the body to begin to settle. And gently releasing the leg, coming to lie on the back, wrapping the arms around the legs, and then taking a rock up and down the spine. And take a few rocks to a seat. And on your final rock, crossing your legs, coming to sit nice and tall, bringing one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly, maybe closing down your eyes here. Taking this final moment of practice to look inwards, to feel your heartbeat, your energy, that thing that has guided you through your practice. Taking a moment of gratitude for these amazing bodies of ours that allow us to move, to connect, to experience life. Bringing the hands to either side of the body. Inhale to raise the hands to the sky. Exhale through the mouth, hands to heart center. Inhale through the nose to lift. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Well done, you completed it. Good on ya.